Just about to plant up my celery, and I wanted to show you what else I'm going to be planting in the bed with it. So I've already planted my leeks along the edge of this bed. My plan is going to be to plant cabbages in this section here, to plant my celery in this section here, and then to have beans climbing up canes to the other bed across there. Aim is that the beans, which will be next to the celery, will provide them with nitrogen. The celery will deter the cabbage white butterfly from the cabbages. The leeks, which I've kept away from the beans, will deter the aphids from the celery and the cabbages. This is a new companion planting setup for me, so I'll let you know how I get on. Thanks for watching.
For the past 2 years, I've been unsuccessful in growing celery. This year I have a bumper crop. Let me tell you how I did it. The first thing I did, I started my seeds indoors, and I also bought plugs. I added fertilizer and lots of nitrogen. Really boost on nitrogen, that's probably the number one thing. I also added worm casting to my soil to amend my soil. And watering on a regular basis. And that's how I grew a bountiful harvest of celery.
It's been a couple of weeks since I put these celery ends in bowls of water on my windowsill to regrow, and it's time to plant them. This is the regrowth I had after just a couple of days, and this is what they look like now. As you can see, they have roots, which is a sign that they're ready to go in some dirt. These pots have compost and worms in them, so hopefully these celery plants will be healthy and thriving in no time and help avoid food waste.
Have you ever tried to grow your own celery? I tell you, getting it out of the garden tastes so much different than getting out of the grocery store. It takes a little bit to start the seeds if you're gonna start it from seed, but it's a really easy crop to grow if you just know a couple of things. Celery is a really heavy feeder, so we've amended this soil with some chicken litter and some worm castings, and of course our favorite soil, soil cubed. Celery also likes a lot of water, so you can see this is the end of my drip line where there's a lot of crisscrossing going on. They get lots of extra water right there. And celery prefers to grow during the cooler months. It doesn't really like it when it gets hot or it will bolt. Try some celery. I think you can also maybe buy these at your big box store if you haven't started seed already. Happy growing.
Everything you need to know to grow celery in less than 60 seconds. Plant them during spring. They grow best in full sun, but part shade is acceptable too. The ideal temperatures for growing celery are between 15 to 21 degrees Celsius and 59 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. You can plant celery directly in the ground or transplant seedlings. Celery needs nutrient-rich soil enriched with plenty of compost. They can grow up to 60 centimetres or 24 inches tall, and so should be planted 30 centimetres or 12 inches apart. Celery needs a lot of water. If celery doesn't get the moisture it needs, it will shrivel and get extra stringy. You should be able to pick and enjoy your celery anywhere from 85 days after you plant them. Save this for when you're in the garden, or come join others in the Thriving with Nature community where you can access the entire plant, insect and disease database amongst many other benefits to grow your own food. Happy thriving!
Ooh, that celery looks good.
It does.
So what's the secret to growing big stalks?
Well, I haven't been growing celery a long time. This is only my second year growing celery, but I have learned a few things this year. Celery likes a lot of water. It also likes a lot of fertilizer. It is a very heavy feeding plant, so you got to feed it well to get nice big stalks. You can see that one there. That's grocery store size. Now, we don't blanch ours. We don't cover up the stalks. We like it to be dark green and flavorful, but if you want big celery, you got to feed it.